I'd like to introduce you to Andrew Wade, who is an entrepreneur, very successful founder of a number of businesses and consultant, but most famously for BoxPark, and he is now chair of the BoxPark Fund VC, and he's going to talk to us about how to grow and sell a consumer brand. So please put your hands together for Roger Wade, chairman of BoxFund VC and founder of BoxPark.
We back in business. Oh, yeah. We back in business, baby. Oh, yeah. We back in business, baby.
Change? Where's everyone gone? Come on. Come right to the front. Come on, come in, please. Because I'm going to try and make it a little bit interesting today. I've never given this presentation. What a shit title. How to grow and exit a consumer brand. Really, the title I should have had was Show Me the Money. Yeah? And it's so British, isn't it? We don't really celebrate making money, okay? I've never tried this, but I need your help. So, I want you to join with me and be totally un-British and shout out, show me the money. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Show me the money. Great, thank you. I'm Roger Wade, okay? I think Mickey Flanagan recently said on a comedy tour, get over it, everyone. I made shitloads of money. And I did make shitloads of money. And, you know, how I made my money was I started off as an entrepreneur at the age of 22. I got sacked in my first 3 jobs in advertising. I was literally unemployable. And I had no choice but to employ myself. So I literally started from a market store. I built up one of the first streetwear brands in Britain called Boxfresh. It took me 15 years to exit it. And along the way, I launched brands like Carhartt into the UK, which I wish I kept hold of, but I didn't. And I eventually sold to Pentland Brands. And for those of you that don't know Pentland Brand, they're a multi-billion group. And they were the founders of, or the owners of Reebok, and now are the majority shareholders behind JD Sport. And I was a brand consultant as well. I used to do a lot of brand deals. I did most of the deals for Superdry. I did lots of deals for Pentland, Universal Music, X, Y, and Z. But I got fed up of talking to guys like me that had huge egos and never ever listened. So I basically, in the middle of the night, had a vision, I guess. I'd already built a store out of a container when I ran Boxfresh. I had a friend that ran a retail development in the States, and I thought, well, if he can have a retail development, I can have a retail development. And at the time, we were being told that physical retail was dead. And I still do not believe that to this day. I compare buying online like watching fireworks on TV. It's not the same sensory experience. And that's the same opinion that Steve Jobs had and Elon Musk when they opened stores. So opened up the world's first pop-up mall, BoxPark, and it didn't go exactly right. So in the first 5 years, I was like really dead set that it was all going to be about retail. But after the first year, we had 50% of our tenants leave us. And do you know what? That was quite possibly the best thing that ever happened to me. Because as a result of that first year, we really pivoted. We started really focus on traffic, really focus on our product, and we turned that business around to being one of the fastest growing businesses in the UK. And we eventually sold to Lloyds, or my majority share, to Lloyds Development Capital in a 50 million deal. And I thought that was it. I was 58 years of age. I'd come from a council estate, very humble beginnings. And I thought I was just going to play a lot of golf and go on holiday a lot. But something happened to me. I had a 24-year-old daughter who works in advertising, and a son that's 20 years old. He's an artist. And they both said to me, Dad, do you know what? You made loads of money, but what else have you done? And I thought, God, that's a bit severe. That's a bit much. It was really hard to make money. But it got me thinking, and it really got me thinking about, do I want to spend the next 20 years of my life trying to hit a white ball a little bit better, and I wasn't that good, and basically go on holiday? And the answer came back to me was no. So what I decided to do was, there was two things that I really loved. I think Peter Crouch once famously said that if I wasn't a footballer, I'd be a virgin. If I wasn't an entrepreneur, I'd be a virgin. It really gave me my sense of being. It suddenly was something that I was really good at. And the other thing that I cared about was, what's the point of having loads of money if we haven't got a world to live in? So I really wanted to leave this world a better world. So we started an ESG consumer brand fund. And do you know what? So many of these brands, these big brands on here, their days are numbered. I'm going to say that once again. You hear all the big guys coming up here speaking X, Y, and Z. Let me tell you, at some stage, Coca-Cola will be banned within the next 20 years because of the sugar content in there, because of the things that happen. That disposable items, like having items with inbuilt disposability, that after 20 months your batteries don't work, from Apple, that will become redundant unless it changes. And the future will be ESG brands. And it's not just because it's great for the environment. Now over a third of all investments, over £24 trillion, is in ESG. It will be forced changed from the investors. Okay, so I want to talk to you about running a consumer brand. I've ran 3 consumer brands. I've been lucky enough to be successful at it. But the really weird thing is, when you're an entrepreneur, you go on a journey, don't you? But I'm going to tell you that the majority of entrepreneurs don't know their destination. They don't know why they're in business, okay? There's a lot of guys that give me answers when I'm speaking to companies that are about to invest in. They'll say things to me like, I say to them, why are you in business? They'll go, oh, I want to be in business because I want to be my own person. I want to be in control of my own destiny. I want to achieve something. That sounds great, doesn't it? But do you know what that is to me? That's ego. Okay, it might be a bit strong, but that's the reason that we're actually really saying, I'm in business for myself. That's why I'm doing it. And ask yourself, if you're coming to me as a VC and you're saying, I want it to be in control of my own destiny, even what I've just said, I want to make a better world, that's my ego speaking. Ask yourself, is that a reason to be in business? Or is a better reason to be in business what this guy's just done? Who knows this guy? Come on, shout it out. Come on. Yeah, Eve. I can't pronounce his surname. From Patagonia. And he set another precedent. I'm in business to give it away to the world, to make a better world, or give it away to my employees. That is another legitimate reason to be in business. And I ask you to think about that. And then there's this guy. Gets a lot of flack. I'm in business to make money. Who's in business here to make money? Put your hands up. What's that? Like a fifth of the room, a tenth of the room? What happened to the show me the money? I'm in business to make money. There's nothing wrong with making money. It's the way you use that money that makes the difference. This guy has solved malaria in Africa, is stopping AIDS in Africa. What, you don't think he's done good? He created the Giving Pledge along with Warren Buffett. He's giving 95% of his net worth away. That's why you want to make money. That's your purpose. So anyone that's doesn't want to say, I'm in business because I don't want to make money, don't come to me to get money. Because there's nothing wrong with making money. It's how you make your money and what you do with your money that makes the difference. So we talked about the reason to be in business. So I said about ego. I said about giving it away to your employees or making a better society or for money. But we've also got to have an exit strategy. And one of the secrets I've had was it took me 15 years to exit my first business, Boxfresh. That was probably 10 years too long. It's taken me 10 years to exit BoxPark. The next business is not going to take me more than 5 years because I've got an exit plan. And what is my exit plans? What are your potential exits? There's trade sale. ASOS to Penfield brands in a trade sale, okay? They're going to buy out your brand 100%. What's usually going to happen, no matter what they say to you, is they're going to kick you out because they love this idea that they can do it better. Often they can't because it's about product. And then there's private equity. We hear so much about private equity. We hear how great that private equity is. Guess what I sold to private equity? I can tell you it's not so great. They promise you the world, but they do this. They don't do that. They do this. They load you with debt. Because there's a dirty secret about private equity, which is their objective is ROI, return on investment. Their objective is to create the highest return on investment for their shareholders, for their limited partners. How do they do that? By leveraging, by putting the least amount of money in themselves and borrowing the rest. So if you have a £100 million deal and you put in £100 million of cash and you sell for £200 million, they've made £100 million, okay? They've doubled their money. If you put in 10 million of cash and you borrow 90 million and you make 100 million, they've made 1,000%. And that's what they're going to do every time. They're going to load you with debt, and that's going to have repercussions. Certainly when you get to a world in which debt is expensive. Another route is IPOs, okay? And it's really, really important that we have got a fantastic public market. And the reality is post-Brexit Britain, or Brexit as I like to say, and not enough of you are saying enough about it. You're literally, as business people, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it the way I see it. You're literally getting punched in the face every day and you're going, oh yes, please, bring it on. Brexit is killing your businesses. And it starts with the top. If we don't have successful IPOs, it trickles down. You don't have private equity. You don't have private equity. You don't have VCs. You don't have VCs. You don't have angel investors. You don't have angel investors. We don't have you. And we don't certainly need marketeers because we've got no money. I'm in the world of venture capital, okay? Most of the people in venture capital, unfortunately, are all financiers, 90% of them. We're not. We're a firm of entrepreneurs set up by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. And we believe three things. And actually, these are the three fundamentals of running a consumer brand. Look, you're all looking at me and going, oh, look at this guy rant on. But I'm going to tell you, because I know this, inside and out, because I've been at that cutting edge for 30 years running brands. And there's only three things that matter in consumer brands. Only three. Product. Product is king. If you've got great product, you'll always exist. If you don't champion great product, great content, you will not exist. Look at Carhartt. 30 years ago, I walked away from that business. 25 years ago. It's still a 100 million turnover business minimum. It's been doing that for the past 10 years. Why? Great, consistent product. And then you can have the best product in the world. Remember what I'm saying to you. But if you don't create traffic to that product, you don't exist. If we don't have marketeers, we do not exist. It doesn't matter about the quality of the product. In the case of Carhartt, they've got these fantastic stores that bring people in. They believe in physical. It isn't just digital. Look at people like the Sidemen. They've actually turned things on their heads. It isn't just about products. Sometimes you can start with great traffic and you can launch a brand of cereal like they just did. Okay? So traffic is a key ingredient. And then finally, as Alex Ferguson said, it's about team. We don't even look at a spreadsheet at VC. Why would we look at a spreadsheet, a business plan at venture? It's at the beginning. The business plan's not worth the paper it's written on. It's just bullshit. We're in such a fast-moving world. We only look, firstly, at the product, their traffic strategy, and their team. Do they have a great team? Can they convert these opportunities? That's what we're obsessed with. And we're also obsessed with their purpose. So I'm doing an unashamed plug. We're BoxFund. We're a venture capital fund. We only focus on ESG consumer brands that not only want to make money, but make a better world. We don't believe in unicorns. I'll say that one more time. Unicorns. I bet you've had some people up here from Silicon Valley and, sorry, all that Silicon Valley bullshit and everything is absolutely great and everything. Do you know what? Those days are over. There isn't unicorns. Stop chasing unicorns. They're mythical creatures. We believe in zebras, black and white businesses that want to be profitable and make a better world. It's been a Ponzi scheme the past 20 years of VC. They've just been selling to each other and private equity, ridiculous valuations. They've got half of you in the room believing it's all about raising money. It's not about raising money, it's about exit. Raising money doesn't make you rich, it encumbers you. You know, having a load of finances on your board, trust me, in an early stage, is not going to do anything to help any of you. Get people that understand your product, your traffic, your team, people that have been there before. Be a zebra. And look, the future is going to be ESG. And it isn't just for purpose. It's because, as I said before, it's what increasingly investors want. As I said, nearly a third of all investment now is in ESG. It is by far the fastest growing channel. If you've got an opportunity to be a B Corp in early stage, do it. Don't think you're just doing it for purpose. You're doing it to grow your company. And you know what? We've all got a responsibility to make a better world. Don't be the person that always complains and has an opinion about everything, but never does anything. Okay? And while I'm on that, vote Labour! Because I hate these fucking Tories. Because they're entitled and they've ruined our economy. They've ruined our social services. Vote for a better Britain. Okay? And if you want to find out about me more, I'm on BoxFund. All of these things I speak about. I speak about Brexit. I speak about Gaza. Shame on us, and actually shame on Labour for not speaking out for innocent people. And it's our responsibility now as marketeers to speak out for the less fortunate. Do not be that person that sits on the fence. And if you want to reach out to me, here's my QR code. Maybe I'm a marketeer. Cheers.